podcast. Today we're going to be discussing the PlayStation 5. Now, it's not really a lot of details have come out. I don't know any more details that have come out, or I don't know if any more details have come out or not. But I figured there are a few thoughts on it that I do want to kind of discuss. Some thoughts that I've had on it, some possible realizations. I think if it turns out how I think it's going to turn out, which I don't, not a super tech guy, but if it turns out how I think it's going to turn out, then I think it's going to be really, really cool. So I just got to post these links. I know I started it a little early and a little late at the same time. I do apologize for starting it a little on the late side, like an hour late, almost an hour late. I joined RP and then I was gonna stop RP at about 11:50ish. I was actually about to, as you can see, I'm rolling LEO right now, and I was about to go 10:6, but to get a podcast, but then I had to help my mom with some things, and then it was like 12:03, and I went to go 10:6 again, but for the podcast, but then a call came in, and long story short, here we are now. So.
Hi, Zach.
Hey, Saturn, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good myself. Alright, let me just see this. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, my friend. Smiley.
Oh, we're finally doing a podcast. I know. It's been a while. Few things have changed. Stephanie is our co-host right now because she just does not have the time right now, as she is assistant head of fire EMS, and she was head of fire EMS on PS4 main, but she had to step down to assistant head of fire EMS because she's busy with IRL. She's busy with multiple DOIJ servers, and so we kind of had a little discussion between us, and I'm like, look, if just take the time, just step down from co-host. That's what.
Are you in GTA right now?
What?
Are you in GTA right now?
Yeah, I'm actually in session. So, yeah.
Oh, you're in session.
Yeah.
Oh, how are you in session and doing the podcast at the same time? Is that live?
I don't know, but where no one literally goes, so,
Oh yeah, because you got floater, so you can just go save and do that.
Yeah,
oh, lucky.
I'm actually out right now, but I'm off duty. I'm not off duty, but I'm 10-6 right now, so.
Recently, I've been debating to go back to Civ. But looking at the facts, I have to go all the way back to the interview server.
I switched back and forth between Cop and Civ 4 times in the past few months,
Is it?
He's like, no, I don't like Pink Cup. I don't like Pink Civ. I don't like Pink Cup. I don't like Pink Civ. Dude,
no.
With one, you'll be floater eventually.
Hey, I have been a cop for a while, and I changed once, okay? And that was when I first was Civ after a good week. And I was just like, nah, I'll be a cop, see what it's like. But now, for some reason, every time I join, I get frustrated because there's exactly 3 Civs that just you don't have fun. It ends where the fun ends and the pain and frustration begins. Because I'm in school, I can't really do much as patrol-wise, unless it's on the weekends, which usually I'm busy, because I've got, studying to do, because it's my final, year. I have to do all my final exams, so I'm studying for them, as well as a couple of other things. So I don't really have the time to play as a cop, whereas a Civ, you can just jump in for an hour, do whatever, and then leave. You don't have to worry about many things.
Yeah.
So I debated it, but then I got accepted in CST, so I was like, okay.
Were you there for the CST training?
No, I wasn't.
No.
I'm not. Are you talking about the meeting?
It was literally just verbal for like an hour. Not
Yeah.
an hour. No, it wasn't an hour.
Yeah. The issue with that was I was up, right? I was sitting waiting, and then next thing you know, I opened my eyes, and it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I fell asleep when I was trying to wait for it to start. I was so mad. I was just like, oh, come on, this could not be. So I haven't got my CST role. Finally, though, I'm in the subdivision circuit, which I haven't been in. Apparently, when I got my Air 1 thing, I was supposed to go into that. But, didn't go as planned. So, yeah, so I'm now waiting in that chat for my roles to be given, which is my Air 1 and the CST. But then again, the CST I have to do that training for, which Darren knows when the next one's going to be.
Yeah, I can fill you in on what it is after the podcast if you want.
Yeah.
After the podcast, sometime today, I might actually be streaming LEO. I don't know.
Okay.
I have to be but anyway, I hope one of the podcast topic for this podcast is the PS5, because I've been doing some thinking on it. And now I don't know, I'm not a real tech guy, I don't really know a whole lot about tech, but from what I heard, they're comparing it to a gaming PC. Now, not top of the line, but not low end. So about a mid-range game PC, which is pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So
I've looked at PCs before, but I just
imagine, gaming PCs are going to be, going, getting extremely better graphics, very, very quickly, because they gradually go over time. It's a gradual process. I think. I'm not...
Did you hear about this new system? They've actually implemented a thing where certain officers are picked for, I think it's a weekend or 24 hours off duty. Okay, they can just be around as this, they can be in session, but they don't have to be an officer. They can just roll by as a city.
Yeah,
I've never had a smile on my face looking at police information before. That is the only time, because it's like, oh, so if I actually do... if I do decently and someone notices, there's a reward for it. Finally.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I like that.
And now you have a reason to
I think that floaters aren't counted. They don't get entered because you can go civ. But anyway, like I was saying, as far as I'm aware, spec-wise, graphics-wise, whatever. The gaming PCs, they don't really get large jumps, every 8 years or whatever. It's kind of gradual, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if whoever it was, which was a legitimate source, by the way, was actually comparing the PS5 to a mid-range gaming PC. You know how PC usually gets a lot of really cool games, a lot more than we do, because consoles can't handle it.
Yeah, consoles. If people think consoles are powerful next-gen consoles, they're not that strong.
Then we will be able to if it works the way I'm thinking it works, then we'll get those games too, because the PS5 will be able to handle them if it's being, you know what I mean? If that's what.
Yeah, and the cool thing about the PS5 is it's going to be backwards compatible for all the PlayStations, so any PlayStation game can be played on it or something like that.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited, because I have about 70 PlayStation 1 games downstairs on the PS1, but I don't have the PS1 power cord. That's the only thing, so I can't play them. But if the PS5 comes out and I get it, I can play them now.
Has that been confirmed though? I know it's going to be backwards compatible with...
Yeah, no, I heard it was confirmed for PlayStation 5 backwards. Doesn't matter what PlayStation is. PlayStation 1 up to PlayStation 5 is apparently supposed to be compatible.
That they filed on it, or was that an official, this is guaranteed?
I think it was official. I'm not 100% sure.
I heard about that being in a patent, and I don't think it dated back to PS1. I think it was PS2 at the latest.
I don't know, but
because the
cartridge
doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen. That's just, you know, they just felt
it would be cool though.
Copy it, so if it does happen, you know.
It would be cool.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, but it's like, I remember you said to me, just get fluid, like, work hard for fluid. I was just like, what do you do for fluid? Because I know there's like, apparently there's a limit on how many there can be. There's only like how many floaters can be in a.
Yeah, you don't need a floater for your top because you can just work hard, get the off-duty tag, and then you know, earn that off-duty tag, man.
Yeah, but as an off-duty, you don't have the card for getting tickets or anything. So, and also, well, yeah, I mean, it is only like what 24 hours, and you need to be officer of the week. No, I'm no expert. But Officer of the Week, I'm pretty sure is pretty hard to get. Or something.
Not if you're the most active officer out there, you know what I mean? Like, you're most active.
Yeah.
But and they can't get on, but, you know, an hour a day, but if that, but,
yeah.
You know. Speaking of Saturn not being able to get on in an hour a day, is the fact that we are on Monday, which means back to school. For those,
I was back to school last week.
I believe you are still in school, as it is 1:10 p.m. right now, Central Standard Time. British Summer Time, I believe you kids are out of school right now.
It's 10 past 6 in the afternoon. It's 10 past 6 p.m. EST. So yeah, we've been out of school for about 3 hours.
Right. So good. You better be out of school. If you're still there, then I'm sorry that your parents or your guardians didn't come pick you up. At this rate,
I found out how
sorry. But I hope everybody is. I think people have been in school for at least 2 weeks. I know here in right where I live, in this kind of county-ish, few counties around, that they've been in school for 2 weeks. This is the third week going on. So, how long have y'all been in school? Like, what, you know, how long have y'all been in school? How's it been going so far? Please let us know. We're definitely interested to know.
Yeah, just so not, yeah. My brain just had about, my brain just, like, solidly died.
Well,
is that even a word?
What?
Solidly, yeah.
Died is word.
No, solidly.
Solidly? Maybe. I don't know.
I said it's not a word.
Well, if... Okay. I don't know. My brain just softly died.
I was gonna say, if you weren't in session right now, I mean, you could just go into an invite only and just ride about motorcycles for a little bit while you're doing the podcast, but you seem to be in session. So.
Yep, and it's full, so I'm in a little spot because I'm trying to get some more stuff to record. I do have some videos that hopefully I'll be uploading by the end of the week. Hopefully they're good enough quality. So, if you're interested, I'm actually thinking of making a few more changes to the podcast server in terms of DOIJ and the YouTubers there, because I know I have a few in the podcast server.
Well, it's supposed to be a live stream, but I haven't done any.
Yeah, I might do later, I don't know.
So I'm probably going to get shout out for that, because I've just flat out not done, I haven't been able to go to any meetings or anything. So I've just flat out pretty much was like, yeah, can I have the live stream role? Got it. Haven't done a single thing. I've just been like, nah, I've never been given it. So, that'll be interesting. Like, I'm wondering when I'm going to get finally soon. But, yeah, so. Wish off duty was like a more normal thing you could do. Like, if they made it a thing where, yeah, there could be off duty officers in session, but there was like a limit, so like 5 officers at every session. Like 5 officers in session 1 are allowed to be off duty for, that time, and then, or like for a certain amount of time every session. So if they decide to go off duty then, they can go off duty, say, for the next, like, week. And that allows other officers to, or like 2 weeks, and that allows other officers to go off duty. So it's kind of a thing that we can all do. So when we need a vacation and there's a spot open for off-duty officers, you can go off duty. The difference is you're not allowed to like use guns or anything. You can only like drive about, which would be cool. I mean, it would give a lot more breathers. I think more officers would maybe become active, because there's like that ability. That would be pretty cool. But they're most likely just going to keep it where they choose an officer from each department, and then they get to be off duty for like 24 hours or something, time like that.
Yeah, you're probably gonna choose like the time. Like probably just DM them, be like, hey. And I wonder if the way they're gonna do it is like when they give you the role, because it is a role. Then they also give you temporary civilian CAD access. And then when they take away the role, then they remove the CAD access. You know what I mean?
Well, I doubt
that's how it's gonna work.
that, because it's like temporary civ CAD access would be a bit annoying to do. As well as I probably still have my civ CAD. But actually, looking at the facts here, because it's a different email for my CAD, so I might actually, if I log into my email, I might still have the civ CAD. Which would be interesting. It's just like, they're like, oh, you're officer of the week, want to go off duty? It's like, yeah, sure. And it's like, okay, would you like your civilian CAD access? Nah, mate, I'm good, I've got one. I've got the CAD access. So they're like, wait, hold on, what?
Now, is that old CAD or new CAD? That's, I don't know.
I think it's new, I'm not sure.
I know I switched CAD a few months ago, so...
Well, yeah, oh no, it would have been new CAD then, if they switched it months ago, because then I would still be new CAD. So yeah, I could actually...
That'd be bad if you're like, now I got CAD access, it's like old CAD access, like... What? I have this name registered, what?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's like normal, it's the brand new CAD that they're using. But like flat out, I don't think they realized it was me when I signed in. I don't think they know that I still have that access. I probably don't have it, but saying there is a chance that I do still have it. And if I do, no, I'm not gonna use it. I'm not allowed to save. So it's like, I have both CADs, and they're just like, now, should we take one away, or should we just let it?
Do you by any chance remember any of the names that's on that CAD?
Oh, my name? My name?
Yeah, like on the CAD that you on your
my name was Saturn something. Why are you looking up on the CAD?
Is it Saturn Chris?
Yeah, there I am. Yeah, that was... I don't know, you're probably gonna buy Steam tickets, because I got a lot. Unless they cleared them.
Nope, you just got one. Got one
I got one.
ticket.
I can count 17 tickets.
You have one vehicle. License is valid.
That's a lie. I have mine suspended and no one cared apparently. I looked at it, I was like, you sure I want to see what they would do, so I was like, sure my license is valid? They're like, yeah, I checked in the CAD, it's suspended. I'm just like, something tells me you're not reading your CAD. So what I did was...
CAD does glitch between different people, you know what I mean?
Well, it used to be you could actually, to make it RP interesting, you could actually add a warrant to yourself. I don't think you can do it anymore, but for like a good couple of days. So I just like
to add a warrant to yourself, you actually have to be a cop, or a floater, because if you're a floater, then you can add a warrant to yourself without having to go through the warrant request process.
I don't know, it was a thing where it was just like, oh no, it was like, not a warrant, but I don't think it was one. I think it was like a thing to say, just by the way, this guy did this. So I just did the stupidest thing, just like, this guy crossed the road in like, I think it was like a banana caution or something stupid. And no one questioned, I was like, and then I put my location as, I can't remember, it was something stupid as well, I think it was Disneyland or something. No one cared. I was just like, what? How much can I push it until they start thinking what's going on? So I put my age as 2,700 and they just didn't do anything. They couldn't. It was so funny. It was like when they went back and I just knew they'd looked at me up in the CAD and they just come back completely normal. I'm just sitting there like, bursting out laughing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would love it if I was just like, oh, you have booth access? Right, well, might as well just, like, yeah, play both. And I was like, okay, well, I would mainly play comp anyway. I would hardly ever use it. I can think of one time I would use Civ, and that's if I wanted to ride a motorcycle for a bit. Because I don't have motorcycle calls. Apparently I failed that, so...
Oh yeah. So basically, if we're on 5M and you're cop, right? So basically, same scenario as it is now, but we're on 5M, right? So the proximity chat is there, right? So what you're telling me is that you would set the proximity chat to the highest that it can go, and then you just roll around on a motorcycle as a Civ when you got your opportunity, going wee-oo, 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 wee-oo.
I wouldn't do that. No, I would annoy people. You know what I'd do? I'd sit in the most popular, because I know there's popular areas, and I know, like, say cops, like, say, clear right 68. No one does it. I'll be like, give me 5 minutes to be allowed to volume without punishment, and I can get them all to leave. And I will just sit there, and I will just be the most stupidest, annoying thing in the server at that moment. I can guarantee I can get everyone to move in a matter of seconds. So I can.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the podcast. As I got a few things to do IRL, and I've got to get back in control. So, if you enjoyed the podcast, please do go ahead and subscribe below, turn on the notification bell. And if you want to see me stream LEO, please do let me know, and I will try and make that happen today or tomorrow. Like I said, I do have some, hopefully some DOIJ videos, or DOIJ RP videos coming up. Don't forget, if you want to join the official DOIJ podcast server, please go ahead, it'll be the second link in the description. Stephanie's link is still the first link in the description. I still take that out, as she is no longer co-host. But I figured I'd leave it in for a week or two after. She is an amazing YouTuber, so do go check her out. And subscribe to her. What?
Nothing.
Are you on a traffic stop?
What?
Are you on a traffic stop?
I'm not in session.
Okay, so I'll say, like, damn.
Wait, how would I be on a traffic stop? I would be an officer.
I don't know, like, maybe you get in the vehicle. I mean, like, I almost pulled over.
What did I do? What did I do on a traffic stop? What could I do as an officer to be pulled over by another officer?
Oh my gosh, I got something really funny. That's never mind. But I'll say anyway. So second link in the description is the link to the official DOIJ podcast server, which is on Discord. Please do go ahead and join us there. And the third link in the description is to the DOIJ interview server. Please do go ahead and join us. There we have
don't choose Civ. Just heads up, boys.
Yes, Civ is close. Go LSPD, actually. Go LSPD or Fire EMS.
Yes, LSPD, join us. We are the best.
We do have Xbox One and PS4 Red Dead Redemption 2 roleplay. Hopefully with the update that Rockstar is planning to release sometime soon, I think. I haven't really nerd. They'll bring out invite only. I don't think they are, but I hope I bring that through. So, do all that. Stay awesome. And as always, we will catch you later. Thank you all so much for listening.